Hello, and welcome to the CDO Magazine interview series. I'm Robert Daniel, Chief Revenue Officer of Data Society, and today I have the pleasure of speaking with Marquita Williams, Executive Director of Organizational Learning and Development at AdventHealth. Marquita, would you give a quick introduction?
Sure, absolutely, Robert. And thank you so much for having me, Marquita Williams, Executive Director of Org Learning and Development at AdventHealth. We are a nonprofit healthcare organization, and I have the pleasure of leading our learning and org development strategies for our 100,000 team members.
Wow, great. Well, I look forward to our discussion today. So, looking back on 2024, what are some of the things that you and your team accomplished that you're most proud of, Marquita?
Yes, so we have a small but mighty team, but both the learning and development as well as the learning technology and design teams roll up to me. And I'm very proud about all of the work that they're doing across the organization. But if I had to single out some of the great work of the technology and design team, I would share that in 2024, they developed and implemented learning standards to ensure that the content that we were delivering to our team members, that content was uploaded to our LMS system and it met the highest quality standards. This initiative has promoted equitable learning across our organization because our team members have been adopting inclusive design principles and providing diverse learning resources that cater to their unique needs. As a result of the implementation of learning standards, this helped to become a catalyst for what my technology and design leader calls a learning community or learning design and technology coalition. That coalition is primarily composed of instructional designers around our organization, and that has evolved into a vibrant learning community. I would say if I were to share the purpose of the community is they serve as a platform for knowledge sharing, discussing emerging technologies, collaborative partnerships, and problem solving. And that helps us to further foster a culture of continuous improvement and innovation in that technology and design space. I'd also like to compliment my learning and development leader. And in 2024, that team helped to successfully launch an opt-in power skills. I know they're still referred to as soft skills, but an opt-in power skills learning experience, a first for our organization. That initiative ensures that every team member, regardless of their learning preference, has access to diverse resources such as books and podcasts, expert interviews, micro learning modules, even short videos. And we started with key power skills like communication, collaboration, emotional intelligence. And with the campaign kickoff commercial that we developed for this initiative, we also debunked common misconceptions that hinder learning, such as age. I'm too old to learn. Time, I don't have enough time to learn. Or I have pre-existing education, so I have my master's degree, so I'm done, right? And we've delivered to our team members that learning is absolutely lifelong. And that campaign really fueled our efforts to be preeminent and has generated great energy and enthusiasm within our teams, emphasizing that everyone has an opportunity to enhance their skills, which has a shelf life of 5 years, according to the World Economic Forum, and also just foster a more knowledgeable and capable workforce.
Wow, those are two great initiatives. I'm especially intrigued about the community one, just being a company of 100,000 people. That must be getting a sense of community across a team that big must be, really challenging sometimes.
Absolutely, for sure.
Wow, great. Let's see. So, if you were to look at how do you see Gen AI influencing learning at your company in the coming years?
Well, we're a healthcare organization, and I think generative AI is going to take compliance training and optional learning to a whole new level. I see not having nod off training sessions that you're sitting in a classroom feeling like you're watching paint dry. Instead, I think Gen AI is going to help personalize content that fits your specific role and your level of expertise. And plus, Gen AI's real-time feedback and simulations that I've been researching and reading about lately is going to make practicing compliance requirements engaging and maybe even fun for our team members. We have now all 5 generations in our workforce, and I think that will be such a great benefit for our learners. Now, on the side of optional learning, I think GNI is going to be a personal tour guide. It will help to curate the perfect playlist of educational content that's just for you. Again, based on your interests and your goals and your past knowledge, even feedback from recent development conversations that you may have received from your leader. That technology can help create a more seamless and motivating learning experience. As we all learn, we hope for content that evolves around us. And I think Gen AI will be able to do that for us as well. For example, like the coalition I mentioned earlier, maybe it helps you connect with others if you don't have the opportunity or resources to create such a coalition, to connect with other learners who share your interests or have skills that complement yours, making learning more community style experience. I really think it's just going to make compliance training and optional learning personalized, interactive, and more fun.
That's really interesting that the personalization and tying that in with community as well. That's great. So if you could wave a magic wand and have any AI powered learning tool built tomorrow, what do you think that would be and why?
We are heavily in a what we're calling content harmonization project right now as we are transitioning from one LMS system to another. And that harmonization is consisting of consolidating our content, optimizing our content, and migrating our content. And when I think about a magic wand, careful when you give that to me. When I think about a magic wand, it'd be great if we had a AI driven content repository that we could build tomorrow. And this comes from my design and technology leader. And he shared with me that how wonderful it would be to find, access, review, and manage all of our web-based training courses. I mentioned earlier that our workforce is 100,000. And so you can imagine the volume of content that we have in a compliance environment. But what if we could find all those files across the organization? Where does the content live? The content may be spread across many places like laptops and shared drives, OneDrives with different teams and instructional designers, making it hard to know what exists. What if that AI tool could automate content discovery by tagging and categorizing files? That would really allow our instructional designers around the company, even our educators and our subject matter experts, to just describe what they're looking for and allow the system to find those courses for them, as well as tell us when we have content that's duplicated. Tell us when we have content that has outdated material or there's gaps based on research that technology can tap into across the technology wave streams. What a fantastic enhancement that would help, as there's only so many hands that we have to help us to constantly consolidate content. So I think if I had a magic wand in that space, I would use it for that purpose.
That's great. That's great. And last question for you. There's a lot of people that are concerned about AI replacing human jobs, especially in a field like yours in healthcare. How do you see AI and humans working together in the future of learning?
I think as we worry about the advent of AI, it's warranted because there is a potential to replace jobs across various sectors. And I know we hear that, AI won't replace your job, but it will replace you if you're not using AI as a co-collaborator. We hear that all the time. But what if there's a case where it can, and maybe it might in the future? In the healthcare industry in particular, we see significant advancements as opposed to replacing jobs. We see the advancements with AI technologies perform tasks ranging from diagnosing diseases to managing patient records. And while these developments raise concerns about job replacement, they also present an incredible opportunity for collaboration, human and technology. I envision a future where AI and humans work hand in hand. Many share that future with me, especially in the realm of learning and healthcare. AI can process a significant amount of data. AI can provide insights that would take humans much longer to uncover, and it could help to enhance our decision making and patient care. However, I talked about power skills and soft skills earlier, and I truly believe that in the healthcare industry, human intuition, empathy, and some of those more ethical considerations are irreplaceable and crucial for healthcare. So by leveraging AI's capabilities to complement that human connection and human expertise, we can create a more efficient and effective, compassionate healthcare system where both the team member and AI thrive together.
I love that vision. Well, thank you so much. Any last parting thoughts you'd like to share with our guests today? This was really informative.
I just appreciate the time to share a little bit about AdventHealth and some of our great successes in the learning and development space, as well as technology and design. I'm a lifelong learner myself, so I always look forward to these types of interviews as well as listening in to other experts. So I really appreciate the opportunity and time, Robert.
Well, thank you, Marquita, for joining me today. And for more interviews and insights, please visit cdomagazine.tech.